In the distant future, humanity is evolving, and everything changes when a colossal fireball, resembling the sun, speeds towards Earth. The planet suffers the consequences of having two suns. Intense heat, radiation, and abnormal gravitational forces claim billions of lives, putting human survival at stake. To avert the impending disaster, a group of survivors constructs an underground city named Ember, designed to sustain life for 200 years until the second sun departs the solar system. After this period, humans are permitted to return to the surface, following a specific path revealed by a secret map. To prevent premature exploration, the map and instructions are stored in a timed locker for 200 years, entrusted to each successive mayor of Ember. However, when the current mayor passes away, the safe is forgotten. 2 centuries later, the box opens on its own, but its contents go unnoticed and unused, left sitting in a closet. In the Ember City, there's a single generator that's about to break down, and the canned food in storage is running out quickly. The city has a unique way of assigning jobs to young graduates randomly. Some become mail carriers, some work with food, and the luckiest ones are in charge of the generator. Among the new graduates is Dune, who dreams of fixing machines like his famous mechanic father. However, he ends up being assigned as the city's mailman, much to his disappointment. Dune's best friend, Lena, always wanted to be a mailman, so Dune secretly swaps jobs with her, hoping to get closer to the generator. As Lena happily shares her new job with her grandmother, who has dementia, the old woman vaguely remembers something about a secret passageway. Lena's late father, who also knew about it, left a final voice message describing the outside world. However, the message is somewhat unclear, and the girls dismiss it as gibberish. The message mentions someone named Barrow, but since nobody by that name lives in the city, they don't think much of it. The next day is Lena's first day at work, happily delivering letters until a disturbance occurs. A homeless man is captured for spreading what people think are false rumors about giant insects in the forbidden dark side of the city. Though nobody believes him, Lena finds a body part he dropped that looks like a giant beetle horn. On the same day, Dune reports to his job and notices rusty pipes and broken parts. His boss, a grumpy man named Saul, warns him not to use his brain, insisting that the city has tried everything to fix the pipeline problems. Dune, determined to find a solution, is given the helmet of a deceased worker. Despite Saul's advice, he steals the pipeline map and explores the tunnels, discovering a mysterious locked room named 30521. He decides to leave it for now and continues, reaching a dark tunnel of unknown destination. As he walks further, Dune ends up in the nearly empty food storage unit. While exploring, he's caught by the disliked food guard, Looper, who was previously accused of stealing food cans but was not convicted. Dune empathizes, thinking he might sneak bites too if he were in Looper's shoes. Lena discovers that her great-grandfather, who was the mayor and passed away without passing on the safe, finally finds the old safe in the closet. Unsure of what to do with it, Lena goes to work the next day and meets Looper, the notorious guard of the food storage unit. He asks her to deliver a letter to the current mayor. While at the mayor's mansion, Lena sees a drawer full of cans, and she notices the mayor trying to hide it. She also spots a picture of her great-grandfather holding the box she found in the closet. As food and medicine shortages begin, and people prepare for an imminent blackout, Lena shows Dune the giant beetle horn she discovered. Dune confirms its authenticity with textbooks but is unable to explain how a beetle could be so large. Despite his father's warning to stop being curious about the outside world, Lena shares the contents of the safe with Dune. Inside, they find a shiny glass plate, a torn piece of paper, and strange markings. Piecing the torn page together, they discover instructions for escaping the city, directing them to use the locked door 351 to find the passage. The duo sneaks into the tunnels for further investigation, but is caught by a limping man who runs away, dropping many cans of a long-lost food. Shockingly, a massive star-nosed mole attacks them, and they have to escape through the tunnels. After things settle down, Lena notices her father's name on Dune's helmet, revealing that he was the worker who died wearing it. Dune discloses that his father drowned while working in the pipelines. Later, Lena returns home and asks her Aunt Lane about her father's death. Lane reveals that Lena's father was determined to find a way out of the city and had discovered the shortest path. Unfortunately, he drowned during the final part of the mission. Lena is shocked by the tragic story of her father's death. While lost in thought, she notices Looper limping down the street, reminding her of the person in the tunnels. She informs Dune. Together, they finally open the door to room 351 and find it filled with food supplies hoarded by the mayor for himself, more than enough to last a lifetime while his people starve. the duo decides not to wake the sleeping mayor and returns to Lena's house. They listen to Lena's father's recording again, and this time, Dune recognizes the person Barrow mentioned as his own father. Dune questions the old man about the tunnels and Lena's father. It is revealed that Barrow and Lena's father were partners on a mission to find an exit, but they were unsuccessful, and Barrow's friends died due to their obsession with the search. Barrow didn't want to tell Dune about the mission to prevent him from going down the same path. Despite understanding his father's concerns, Dune is determined to complete the mission, armed with the map and the box. Meanwhile, Lena tries to expose the mayor but gets caught. In the darkness, she manages to steal the mayor's badge and runs away. Lena and Dune become wanted criminals with nowhere to go. In a desperate situation, they use a special vehicle to reach the generator room, where they combine the stolen mayor's badge and the glass from the box to create a key with the generator symbol. Believing it's the key to the room, they're mistaken. Lena inspects the instructions and discovers they need to look behind the locker for something. Upon checking, they unveil a secret chamber behind one of the lockers with several more empty lockers inside. The purpose of these lockers is a mystery, but the next instruction tells them to turn a wheel clockwise. When they do, the lockers align and slide into the generator room, revealing a subterranean river connected to a massive piece of machinery. The locker is actually a boat designed to transport humans to the surface. To make it work, they must raise the water level above a large wheel blocking the river's path. Following the next instruction, they use the badge as a key to enter the emergency control room, equipped with levers and buttons to control the entire machine. Activating the wheel as instructed causes the water level to rise, but the sudden pressure surge makes the city lights brighter, eventually breaking them. The pipelines also break, putting the city at risk of flooding. The mayor, fearing the end, seeks refuge in his waterproof chamber, but is attacked and killed by a giant mole. Saul, a pipeline worker, comes to the rescue, fixing the wheel and holding a lever to keep it working, recognizing it as the only way to save lives. After fixing the wheel, Dooney reluctantly leaves Saul to search for an exit. Dune, Lena, and her little sister sit on the locker boat, propelled by a massive wave away from the wheel. They navigate dark and scary tunnels, almost giving up when they slide down a steep slope. Upon opening their eyes, they find themselves near a pond, and a bright door leads them to the Earth's surface. Although initially less joyful due to the nighttime, they witness their first sunrise, and their eyes sparkle with joy. The land is now habitable, and they can lead a fulfilling life. Spotting a bird, they follow it to a deep hole where they see a glimpse of Ember City. Unable to reach below, they tie the map and messages to a rock and throw it inside. Fortunately, Dune's father receives the message, saving the entire city. The group wonders how they'll escape, leaving a hint for Dune's father to find. I hope you enjoyed our recap. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next recap.